What's going on? Wacky Cat with another video. Apparently, I'm late to the party. This game that I'm seeing with my very eyes, the wrestling code, I mean, looks like the most realistic wrestling game we have ever seen. Even at its alpha footage. This is the alpha footage. But I'm about to go somewhere you might not expect. And these are for my AI versus AI guys. I'm an AI versus AI guy. And this is not being condescending or anything. This game looks absolutely spectacular. Whatever word you want to use. And it's just my opinion about this game so far. It looks unbelievably great. This game almost looked like, to me, my fantasy world, a dedicated AI versus AI video game, meaning it's dedicated, or other words, some type of manager wrestling game, like you manage the wrestlers. And why am I saying that? I'm saying that obviously that's not the case, but the reason I'm saying that is that the game, from the footage we're seeing so far, is so realistic. Like the actual movements of the wrestlers, the walk into the ring, the slamming. It's like the pacing is kind of slow. It's almost like it's meant to be watched rather to be played, from my opinion. Now, this is super early. Things could change here, but this is my current opinions on this alpha footage. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but for my AI versus AI guys, y'all understand what I'm saying here. When you see this footage, the pacing is perfect just to be watchable. You know, this will be, because I always thought of having a wrestling manager game, like you manage the wrestlers, you manage the promotion, but it's strictly doing that. You just strictly manage the game. You a GM. You set up the matches. You set up title matches. Now you can do this in other, universe mode and stuff. But I'm talking about making the graphics so realistic that it's actual realistic. If this is alpha footage again, early. If they are moving some would say slow. The characters are moving slow from this alpha footage. I say realistic. To me, it doesn't look like an arcadey style. Will you be patient enough? Will we be patient enough to play a game like this that moves this slow? That moves. I realistic slam. Okay, take boom. Okay. Realistic clothesline, boom, on the ground. Realistic pain. How patient are we? Because we're so used to playing. These are playing arcadey style games. This game, to me, the alpha footage seems like the ultimate simulation wrestling game. And all this stuff I'm saying is straight compliments, because I love simulation. This looks like the ultimate simulated wrestling game that's about to come upon us. Whether that's the case or not, this is a new slower. This is basically, if you ask me, the direction wrestling should have went. Wrestling video games should have been at this point. And as far as this early footage, that's the only criticism, but it's a great criticism because it's the type of game that a lot of us have been asking for, a real simulated game. But the criticism, and maybe going to be the learning curve, if this footage, it could change, but it may be the learning curve for a lot of us guys that not used to an actual slow-paced, realistic game. Will you be patient enough to play this, or will you be like, man, I'm tired of this, man. He moving too realistic. He moving too slow. But on the flip side, this is super realistic. It's actually what supposed to be. If we say we want realistic simulation games, this is actually the most authentic version of simulation. It's not arcadey to me. It's realistic. This is perfect. This is great. Visual Basement, you guys are doing a great job. Keep doing the hard work. A game like this look like a revolutionary game we're talking about. Take y'all time develop this game. The movements are great. I'm loving it. But that's the flip side. What I was talking about of a lot of us are used to the fast-paced arcade games and fell in love with it. This will be a learning curve. But like I said, AI versus AI, guys, we're going to embrace it because we love the realistic. Though I'm not saying that guys that play arcade style don't like realistic. I'm talking about actual realistic movements. Like, you know, it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. You stopping at every stoplight in Grand Theft Auto. Now, do you stop at every stoplight in Grand Theft Auto? No. You run the red lights in Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what I'm talking about. Will you be patient enough to stop at the red light and at the green light if this game is going into that direction of super simulated? Well, anyway, I'm loving what we're seeing. A lot of us loving what we're seeing. But despite the realistic movements, the graphics is unbelievably beautiful, realistic. The atmosphere of this game is great. So, yeah. Kudos to Visual Basement. Keep doing y'all thing. This definitely is I wasn't paying attention. I was sleeping on it. But now I've got my full attention. Well, anyway, I'm Wacky Cat. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I'm out. This is just my opinion, just my theory. I could be wrong. I don't know.